This past week, I had the chus to have a conversation with an incredibly successful eye surgeon. I was asking him about Shmir Sainayim and being an eye surgeon. I was curious if there was a correlation. In the conversation, he shared something which was so fascinating and also impactful. He shared that our body has many organs: a heart, a liver, a spleen. They're independent organs. Obviously, what makes them tick is the brain, but they're kind of standalone organs. The eyes are not standalone organs. They're not organs by themselves. They're not avarim just standing there. He said anatomically, our eyes are an extension of the brain which is in the skull into the world around us. That's what he shared with me. When he said that, all of a sudden it struck me. We know that the Mekubalim point out that every aver, every part of our body has a corresponding part in the Beis HaMikdash. So for example, the keva, the digestive system, parallels the Mizbeach. The Mizbeach consumed karbanis, just like our digestive system consumes the food. Our brain, the Mekubalim point out, is like the Kodesh HaKadoshim, the holiest spot in the world, where no one was permitted to enter, only the most elevated of Yidden on the most exalted of days. What follows, based on my conversation, is that when we view something appropriate, divrei Torah, words of tefillah, when we look at another person with an ayin tov, with a positive perspective, those words of Torah, that perspective of another person, those tefillahs enter directly through our eyes into our own personal, microcosmic Kodesh HaKadoshim. Rachamanu litzlan, when we look at things that we're not supposed to look at, could we imagine what we're doing? Ultimately, we're bringing Devarim Tameim, inappropriate things, into the holiest spot in the entire universe. This was mechazik me tremendously. It's an investment, it's a positive, it's a good investment to realize that when we work at Shmir Sainayim and we focus on positive things, on the good things in our life, when we take time to invest in our tefillah, in our Torah, and yes, only looking at things that we should be looking at, the impact can be staggering because our tefillahs can enter into the Kodesh HaKadoshim itself.